was young, I did some motorcycle racing. In the 70s, I read an article in a motorcycle magazine about aerodynamics, and I realized you could go faster with less power. For decades, I thought about this, and I sketched designs on countless cocktail napkins. I didn't want to be that guy who just always talked about it. I'm pretty good at building things, so in my shop, I built a body for a street bike, went out and set a record first try, 211 miles an hour. Over the last 9 years, we've made lots of small modifications to the bike, and in 2017 went to Bolivia and set a world record at 284 miles an hour. In 2018, we're going back to the salt flats in Bolivia. It's like a whole different planet. 12,000 feet high in the Andes. Geez, we've got a 16-mile course here in Bonneville. I give you like a 5-mile course, and then a shutdown area, by another 5. So it's only 2/3 of what they've got here. So this is really pretty amazing. We're in the Cristal de Semana Hotel, one of 3 salt hotels, right at the entrance to the salt flats in Uyuni. And so this is all salt. It's pretty amazing. And we're kind of hanging out because we're still waiting for the containers that have the bikes and the timing equipment to show up. We sent our stuff early, and they said that it was here last week, but it's been sitting in the port. The containers are supposed to arrive tonight, but they still have to set the track up before they can let us run on it. And in the morning, I guess we'll probably all caravan out there, and they'll obviously open them up and keep our fingers crossed that there's nothing got loose, there's no damage. Trip. They have a crane coming from another city, and the crane should be able to offload all the containers pretty quickly. Then we'll get the timing equipment out first, and they have to put up the mile markers so that we know where we are. They have to put a blue stripe all the way down the course so we have something to follow. There are no landmarks for us to follow here. I think, again, as soon as we get the bikes out, they ship empty of fuel, so we have to fuel up. I need to get the tire warmers going on the bike, put the fuel in, hook up the battery, warm up the tires, get dressed and ready to run. But you never know. Last year we had just all kinds of oddball problems, never imagined. So we've got to double check everything. The FIM guys have to go completely over the bike to make sure it complies with the regulations. To go 300, I should only need about 325 horsepower. Well, it's made 500 on the dyno, but the math says it doesn't need that much to go 300, so we've dialed it back a ways. I think it's about 375 or so. It takes a lot of people in preparation to put on an event like this. Mike Cook is the event organizer. Marcelo Alvarez Garcia was our local contact. Sadly, only 3 other competitors' bikes arrived in time. Erin Sills, her boyfriend Trev, and Rocky Robinson. He pilots the Akatak Streamliner. Unfortunately, due to mechanical problems, it never made it through the lights.
Okay, we have a clear course, so as soon as it's about ready, I'm going to send her, and then we'll send you right behind.
Yeah, you see, Ralph?
No? Good luck, man. Thank you. We should go well over 300. So if I can get that, I'll be ecstatic.
290.
Well, it's just very slippery. Hard to keep the bike going straight and hard to keep it from the rear wheel from slipping. Tires coming apart.
Tires coming, so alright.
Yeah.
Get her up on that then.
Tires are not engineered to go this fast, but there really aren't any tires sold that are. At these speeds, everything has to be right.
Swing arm pivot back to the. We are in position. Riders on the bike.
Lord.
That is the fastest official FIM pass ever made.
Good luck. Hey, it's still the fastest sit on motorcycle by a long shot. So far, halfway there.
At least I figured, at least come down and get a record, you know, if nothing else. Gonna go fast today.
Okay, bike 3535. Ralph Hudson. My head underneath. The front seems fine. Are we going to change the rear regardless?
Yeah.
Because we've had trouble with two others. Change the tires, check and adjust everything in under 2 hours. Wind resistance increases as the square of the speed. So at 300, again, that's like 400 pounds per square inch. And I looked at the data and the traction in between the lights. Ready? Go, man, go.
Speed 299. Mile speed 297.
So, at least it's not just dreaming. I think we could go 300. There actually is some math. The wheel is spinning faster than the bike's going by about 30 miles an hour.
Mile 5, John. Timing stand. Is everything clear in your area?
There are salt gremlins. Things go wrong.
Charlie at mile 3. Are you ready to resume? Kilo speed 291.
Track, Ralph Hudson took out a sign and a sensor.
Yeah. Too much wind.
She's hit the mile 8 sign and sensor.
This is where I went through.
It's good though.
Okay.
It's very steady. It has just dropped to 10, but it's very, very steady.
Let's try it. Let's
go.
for it.
Okay, Ralph said he wants to go for it.
Speed 307.
the cone at 7.5. No, he's stubborn. I like it. It's a good thing. Yeah, it is.
For an official FIM world record, you have to run in 2 directions, back to back, through a measured mile.
Video of Ralph hearing his time.
My last run was 291, so the average speed for the new record is 297.97.
It's really hard to stay down at that speed.
The top one oil shootout is officially over. We ended up with, what did we say, 2 records? 2 records. Aaron got one, and Ralph Hudson. Also, Ralph, where you at?
Yeah.
Mr. 300 mile an hour.
The world record for a sit-on motorcycle sat at 262 for 5 years. We have now raised it 35 miles an hour to 297. 45 years ago I had an idea, and I'm really surprised that it's brought me to the top of the world. And I haven't finished.
Lights. I went right through the lights.